do I make a decision or don't I make a decision? And in the not making a decision, you're making a decision. There's never a perfect time. There just isn't. Having everything just right to be able to move forward, to feel certain. I'm Joanna Garzetti, a psychic medium and intuitive strategist. Welcome to Crossroads. This is a place where my hope is that you will get clarity for your life's biggest decisions. And I had a plan of just recording properly today. I like to have my proper sound set up when I'm doing a long form video. I wanted to deliver it in a certain way. The awareness I have right now is because I thought to myself, I want to make sure I get an episode done today, and the choice I thought that I was going to be making is have everything set up and do my whole format that I have. But then there was a different choice that came as I was sitting here, which is go the road less traveled. Be totally spontaneous. Don't have your lighting, don't have your microphone, don't have any makeup on. Yeah, it's 6:20 in the morning here. Polished or unpolished, planned or unplanned, which way is right? I'm using me as an example for you because the only reason, well, hopefully not the only reason, but one of the reasons you would be here right now is because you think, I need help making a decision, or I'm struggling with the way that something is going in my life. I want, say, this person to do a certain thing and they just won't do it. I want a particular person to change in my relationship with them and they're not changing. I want to go and start a new project, but I can't until the stars are aligned, or Mercury's out of retrograde, or I'm this certain way. But the thing is how many times do we get those ideal circumstances? It's taking imperfect action. The amount of times that I have taken imperfect action and imperfect actions, and things have turned out really well. And then there's times when I've had a particular vision, I've done things in a very specific way, things haven't gone the way I wanted. Sometimes it's good to be spontaneous. It's good to just take the action to not have everything perfectly put together, because you learn from that process. You learn from putting yourself out into the world. You learn from putting work out there, doing things and seeing what the world, people gives back to you, because whatever gets given back to you, whether someone loves you and praises you, or someone snubs you, or someone judges you, it is giving you powerful feedback. I'm going to share a little story with you, and as I share this, I want you to think about, for your own life, what is one thing that you could do today that is going to bring you peace and perhaps joy about where you are in your journey, on your path. I said to myself, I'm going to go and start a channel, a YouTube channel, and I got everything ready for it, and then I launched it, but it was another almost 3 years before I came back to it. And when I came back to it, to starting to take action with it, the first 2 weeks of doing it, I didn't have the outside results, you could say, validation, proof that I should be moving forward with it. But what I did was, because every time I tried to make it a certain way, it just, I suppose I wasn't far enough along on the path, or whatever it was with the timing. And then I was about to give up. But I was having a conversation with someone in that industry who said, because I was passionate about learning about that particular subject, that it would be powerful for me to share my journey from where I was at. So I thought, okay, I'll just show up. And I was sort of like a bit of a mess like I am right now. I wasn't put together. I was wearing one of my old favorite t-shirts. Actually, it was one of my son's hand-me-down t-shirts, right? Normally it goes the other way. Just showed up with what I knew and where I was at in the journey. It started to take off. It resonated. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just show up again. I'll just keep showing up. I showed up imperfectly. The way that I moved forward was from a place of passion and joy, and wanting to share my experience with others. I was a novice in that area. I didn't really understand much at all, but as I educated myself and I kept going along, a very engaged community built. It led at the time to me being offered an amazing opportunity in corporate, and then being alongside leaders in that industry and having a lot of success in that space. Ultimately, I decided to move on from that space. I had arrived at a crossroads. Actually, it felt like it was a fork in the road. That particular path, when I saw it, like how I could have kept going on that freeway, I could have kept going with that, and it would have been fine. It was a smooth path. I mean, yeah, I was getting flown places. I had a lot of freedom. I had a beautiful corner office. I had a very flexible schedule. But my soul was saying, Joanna, why don't you go off into the woods? And because it's an adventure, it's beautiful, instead of staying on that freeway. I had family members who said, are you crazy? Why would you walk away from that? Why would you not continue with that? Because you're in a really good situation. There was a period of time, so I'm using a metaphor here, I went off into the woods, and where I thought it's going to be a nice picnic, it's going to be wonderful. Instead, it felt really lonely in the woods. It was as if the trees were beautiful, there was a knowing, there was a deep sense of understanding that came from my soul. But with that, I could see and feel more, and it was really uncomfortable. Someone who would always be along for the ride with me, an important relationship in my life, that person didn't want to talk to me anymore because they thought I had made a wrong choice. I thought, well, okay, well, maybe I'll go back to that. I'll go back on the other path. I guess you could say the sort of the bus that I had been on was gone, and I thought about, well, maybe I can go get there some other way, but no, it was gone, it was done. So I had to then go back into the woods, and that was a deep initiation for me on a soul level. What I found in my experience, the way through when we're feeling that neither choice works, is just to look and see what is the blessing in the experience, what can be learned. And I will say that when you're not feeling good, when you feel despair or exasperation or alone or misunderstood, it can be really challenging to say, let me look for the lesson. Oh yes, this is a blessing. No, it doesn't feel like it when you're going through it. It's only when you get out the other side. And sometimes getting through that difficult period, it takes much longer than expected. When I made that choice to leave the job that I was in, I went through 2 years of pain around, did I make a horrible mistake? But where I am today in my life, I know with certainty that I did make the right choice. So I will leave you with this, is that sometimes there is no easy way forward, and you're faced with a choice, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be filled with challenges. But if you stick with that choice, you will find joy. You will find opportunities. For me, it was, I ended up getting another career opportunity that I had wanted since I was a kid, and it was awesome. And I met amazing people along the way, and I'm so grateful for that experience. But I had to go through the other stuff first, otherwise I couldn't have got to that. You have this wherever you are in your journey, on your life path. The sun's about to come up here. You are strong. Forgive yourself for the wrong choices that you thought you made. May you be blessed with the courage to make difficult decisions. And may you be inspired and animated by the beauty of your soul to have courage to take actions that you didn't think you could take. And may you be kind to yourself when you are moving forward for parts of your journey alone, knowing that you are loved, you are supported. Thank you for being here with me on this journey today. I would love for you to subscribe, to share the channel for anyone who is at a crossroads. and would like to be a part of this community of love and support. Till next time.